Well, the 2nd of May, that's Mount Thielsen, obviously. I'm at the Mount Thielsen viewpoint thing, little parking area. I couldn't even pull up in here with the car because there's snow and ice all over the place. So I used the vault toilets anyway because that was handy. Anyway, we're up here checking this out. There's Thielsen, here's Bailey. Diamond Lake still has ice on it, it looks like. It's pretty freaking cold up here. I'm not sure what the elevation is here, but it must be up there. Anyway, we're on our way to the Boulder Creek Wilderness. Hopefully we don't get skunked out on that. I'm learning some pretty tough lessons here. It's a little early in May to be trying to go to the Cascade Mountain Ranges at some of these areas. Okay, well, I'm on the Bradley Trail as far as I know. Trail 1491, heading westbound. All the things I looked at on the internet didn't say the trail was closed or anything, but I got here and folded up on the ground by the trailhead sign is something that says it was closed because of fire activity, but there's no date on it or anything, so I don't know if it's valid or what. But anyway, I looked at the Forest Service's website for this area and I don't see any fire closures or trail closure or any of that, so we're going to assume it's okay. If I get in here and I can't get past, then so be it. Probably can't see them. There's a bunch of elk. Whole herd of them going up through the dry here. It kind of scared me because they started breaking limbs and shit as they were coming out of the drainage down there. Yeah, they're over there. You know, I didn't know what kind of animal it was, and then I was rewarded with a herd of elk, man. That is just awesome. I don't think I've ever seen an elk live in real life ever. Yeah, they're heading up that draw there. I don't think they'll be coming towards me. They don't want nothing to do with somebody like me. Of course, I can see them wandering up in the trees there. They're headed up. Anyway, they came to out of this drainage down in here. Maybe they were getting water. Cool. Well, I'm going to wander down that trail a little bit more, and then I might try to make it to the junction and then go back, but I don't know. This is dropping a lot. I don't want to have to big climb on the way back. Okay, I'm basically in that same draw where them elk ran up in here, and this is a junction. The Pine Bench Trail goes off that way. The Soda Springs Trailhead, Trail 1493 goes down that way. I'll give you a shot of the coming from the other way here in just a second. And I'll just do that now. So yeah, that was definitely the 1491 I was on. Here's the drainage where the elk went. Starts getting kind of steep up in there, high rocks and such. Up there in the Pine Bench. I don't really need to go up in there. I'm not worried about it. A lot of tall timber in here. It's not as burned up as I was led to believe from the posts. Okay, so I'm at the junction of Soda Springs and North Umpqua, little road or trail that runs by the, I don't know if this is a creek or a river down here. Anyway, this is the junction. If you were coming up from the Soda Springs trailhead at the bottom down there. You probably can't see that because of the sun. And there's the other one. And I think I'm going that way because I want to go back to the road and then walk back up to the car. I'm going to go down to the bottom of this thing here, see if there's another wilderness sign. And then I'll come back up here and make sure this is the junction I want. Okay, still at the Soda Springs viewpoint and picnic area. Cool map here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Maybe I can take a pause out of that. I'll look at that maybe later. Anyway, this is really cool. It's a hydroelectric dam area, basically. I don't know if you can see the water down there. I'll go down there maybe here in a minute. And then that's just a dead-end road over there, of course. Anyway, there's a vault toilet, of course. There's a few picnic tables. And here's this interesting formations. I think somebody called them basalt. I don't know how you pronounce that. Anyway, a really interesting looking formation over there. Kind of like the Devil's Post Pile on the JMT. I think that's where that thing is. Watch out for poison oak. This is poison oak and tick territory, I read. So I treated my clothes and am watching out for that. I'm watching out for leaves of 3 flea. Quite the climb up there into the timber. Again, I don't recall what body of water this is. It's probably the Umpqua River, I think. But that's my wild guess. I don't know if I had a good camera, you could see the shades of green on those rocks over there. Really interesting. Yeah, it didn't work at all. I'll get a good camera with a zoom on it, then maybe I'll be able to get better shots than this. Yeah, it's got to be the Umpqua River because that's a pretty big body right there. Pretty big runoff. Let's see what these signs say. Oh, fishermen will be interested in all that. Steelhead and salmon, huh? Sorry, my shadow's in the way here. Maybe you can see the green, mossy kind of looking stuff on the walls now that I'm kind of in a shaded area. That is very interesting. I don't know why, but it just is. Anyway, real beautiful here. No snow. I thought I might get snowed out when I was coming over the ridge. The Cascade Crest or whatever. Pacific Crest, I don't know what you would call it. And a lot of snow up there at Mount Thielsen and Bailey. Diamond Lake still. Really cold. I could be mistaken. I usually am. But I think that's poison oak. Looks like the old leaves of 3 routine to me. Anyway, I'm not getting anywhere near it or nothing. There are some flowering things here, so I could be way off. But anyway, I just try to remember that leaves of 3 flea. I've had poison oak on my face before. Closed my eye practically, it swelled up so bad. The only thing that cured it was aloe leaves, the gel out of the this lady I knew. She had an aloe vera plant and she squished the gel out of the leaves and made that go away lickety split. So aloe vera is a really cool plant. Little useless trivia for you. There's the river and the big Boulder Creek Wilderness. I'm making my way back to the 4775 road. so I can walk back up to the car on the trailhead. But I thought I'd take a minute to stop here. Got some monster timber here. Sorry, I'm huffing and puffing. I've been humping up this hill. I don't know if this adequately portrays how tall these puppies are. They're not that big around, but man, they span high. Then there's some interesting trees here. Let's see if I can get this thing to autofocus here for crap. I don't know what those are. They're all green leaves. It's not an evergreen. It's some kind of other tree. I'm not good at that kind of thing, identifying trees. Looks like a gigantic manzanita tree to me. I'm sure it's not, but look at that timber down there. I don't know if you can see this one. It's dead. What's a widowmaker now? Okay. Well, Boulder Creek Wilderness. This is a site for sore eyes because I just did like 5 miles or something like that. I'm tired. I'm ready for some food. Hungry. Anyway, this was a successful mission. I'm glad I got the wilderness sign from that trailhead because I didn't see any anywhere else. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll go down to Toketee Falls and check that out here in a few minutes. Get some lunch. Goodbye. Hi.